It's Tuesday again, and the vendors have all new things. Let's check out the 3 vendors that change on Tuesdays. Starting in the Scholarium, we have Bound Affix Script Brutality and Sorcery adds Brutality and Sorcery, buffs increasing weapon and spell damage. Bound Affix Script Lifesteal adds Lifesteal, a debuff granting healing to attackers. Bound Focus Script Flame Damage adds Flame Damage. And Bound Signature Script War Mage's Defense adds a damage shield. Let's head into the sewers. We've made our way into Imperial City sewers. Let's see what the Telvar merchant has. First up, we have East March treasure maps. I don't think they're worth 6,000 Telvar when you can buy them so cheaply from guild traders. But East March brings us Akavari Drakengard, Fjord's Legacy, and Stendarr's Embrace, as well as a chance for leads for the Ancestral Nord, Legs, and Shields motifs. Our scripts, we have Bound Affix Script Evasion, adds Evasion, a buff reducing damage from area effects. Bound Affix Script Uncertainty, adds Uncertainty, a debuff reducing weapon critical damage. Bound Focus Script Frost Damage, adds Frost Damage. And Bound Signature Script Cavalier's Charge, adds an increase to damage as ability persists effect. Next, we have Fragment of the Forgotten. This is one of 6 pieces of the Puncture Lava Burst skill style. This one comes from the Vardenfell Public Dungeon Forgotten Wastes from the group event. Remember, it is a guaranteed drop if you make your way into that public dungeon, but it is here for 5,000 Telvar if you would prefer. Our leads this week, we have Ancestor Samite Sash, which is part of Cryptcan Investments. This one drops from doing your dailies in Telvanni Peninsula from the reward box that drops. Probably not super popular anymore, especially those world boss dailies. And then our second lead is Hecatomb Tacit's, one of 5 pieces of Bloodlord's Embrace. And this one drops from all sewer bosses in the Imperial City sewers. So neither one of these is super hard, but they're not necessarily convenient either. And then we have jewelry. We have Necklace and Ring of the Black Rose, as well as Plague Break, Amulet, and Ring. Let's head over to Infinite Archive. We've made our way to Infinite Archive. Let's see what Filer Ool has. First, we have the book, A Summoner's Guide to Mimics. This is bound always, so you can't find it at guild traders. It is found in Infinite Archive, but you have to know the eidetic memory first. In this case, the eidetic memory comes from Apocrypha, or you can read it in somebody's house. My homes are open on PC if you need it. And if you're not sure how that works, we do have a link below. Next up, we have Hughesbane treasure maps. Hughesbane brings us Baraha's Curse and Severa's Scales, as well as a chance for 3 book furnishings that work the same way as that other book furnishing. So again, if you're not sure how that works, we have an article about it. I don't think this is worth 2,000 archival fortunes. Not enough drops out of Hughesbane to make it worth it, and they're cheaper at guild traders. So I would skip this. We have a second book, another open one. I like this one better. It sits flat. It has writing in it compared to this first one, just as a houser. There's a little bit of writing, but it's harder to see in that one. But they're not that expensive at 1,000 archival fortunes a piece. This one, the book drops from Infinite Archive. The eidetic memory is also in Infinite Archive. Okay, we have our first plan this week is Blueprint Leyawind Table Formal Grand. On PCNA, this runs 150 to 290k. It's only about 50 to 65 on PCEU. But I definitely think this one's worth getting, especially at only 2,000 archival fortunes if you don't have it yet. Our scripts this week, we have Bound Affix Script Interrupt, adds interruption effect. Bound Focus Script Knockback, adds a knockback. And Bound Signature Script Leeching Thirst, adds a heal for percentage of damage done. We have a mask style page this week. This one is Vicosa, comes out of Moonhunter Keep. Remember that these masks only drop for a short window. You have a better chance of getting them when you already have the achievement for hard mode for Moonhunter Keep. Moonhunter Keep has a decently difficult hard mode. The bigger issue, I think, is that the drop rate of these style pages when you try to get them naturally is super, super bad. So I say just get all the masks this way. They are 15,000 archival fortunes, which is a little steep, but I think they're worth it. However, I say skip the medium companion equipment. These are bound when you buy equipment this way. You're at the mercy of RNG as to which trait you get. So I say just buy them from Guild Traders, especially now that we're just coming out of Hearts Week. Companion equipment's been dropping like crazy. Prices are down a little bit. Now's a great time to just buy stuff from Guild Traders as you need it. All right, our second plan is design Wood Elf Skull and Bones. It's only worth about 8 to 10 on PCNA. It's a little similar. I think it was like 6 to 13 on PCEU. Not the best conversion rate, but it's not awful, truly. So if you need it, it's not horrible, but probably not the best one this week. Fragment of the Obsidian Scar is one of 5 pieces for Silverbolt's Vibrant Yellow skill style. This one drops from the Rivenspire Public Dungeon Obsidian Scar from the group event. Remember, these are a guaranteed drop when you do the Public Dungeon group event. But if you want to skip it and just for convenience buy it, 1,000 archival fortunes, it's not bad. Okay, our leads. This first one is Panels of the Earthbones. This is part of Stormweaver's Cavort and drops off of the Galen World Boss Valley of the Watcher. I don't think tons of people are running world bosses in Galen right now. So unless you can solo it, it might be a decent deal to just grab the lead here. This is the one I'm really excited about, though. I think this is our headliner this week, honestly. Thras-crafted Breaches, part of Esoteric Environment Greaves. This one drops from the Coral Airy Secret Boss, the last one only. If you haven't done this before, there are 3 secret bosses that you can find while you're running the dungeon Coral Airy. Then you kill the final boss of Coral Airy. Then there's a 4th secret boss after you kill the final boss, and that boss has a small chance to drop the lead for you. It is a pain to farm this one. I definitely say this is the one to buy this week. All right, our final plan is Praxis Murkmire Shrine Sithis Relief. Runs 29 to 38 on PCNA, 17 to 31 on PCEU. And this is tiny, you guys. If you haven't seen, if you notice the tiling here, this thing is tiny. But definitely worth 2,000 archival fortunes at this price point. Psijic Glow Globe's Wisp Animus. This is one of 7 parts of the Psijic Glow Globe emote. It only runs about 1,000 to 1,500 gold on PCNA compared to 3,000 archival fortunes. I don't think it's worth it. You can also farm them from the Somerset Public Dungeon Sunhold. I think I would skip this one. And speaking of skipping one, Unreliable Archive Map. Consume 20 Unreliable Archive Maps to unlock the Peer into the Mirror Maze achievement and the Shattered Mirror Maze face marks. Here are the Shattered Mirror Maze face marks. At 3,000 archival fortunes apiece, consuming 20 of these would be very expensive, or they're a guaranteed drop if you just do enough dailies in Infinite Archive. So I would skip this one as well. That's it for Filer Ool. However, now that we've reviewed all 3 of the vendors that change on Tuesdays, there's also new gear that drops in Infinite Archive, and that starts on Tuesdays as well. So let's go see what's dropping this week. We just finished running a couple arcs of Infinite Archive, and this week we have gear dropping from Glenumbra, which is Bloodthorn's Touch, Hide of the Werewolf, and Weird Tree's Blessing, as well as from Northern Elsewhere. Gear there is Call of the Undertaker, Crafty Elfique, and Vesture of Darlok Bray. Just a reminder, if you do not have access to Northern Elsewhere, that will not drop. Everything you get will be from Glenumbra. But if you have ESO Plus or otherwise have access to Northern Elsewhere, you will get both. That's going to do it for this week. We'll see you in the next one.